From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Athletics going up against the New York Mets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starter, Kodai Senga. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
About to get started here, Lawrence Butler digs in now.
Ball, that's down. Ball two.
And that misses. And it's 3-0. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper. This one drilled, right center field. That one heading for the fence, and gone! The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the A's jump in front. It's 1-0.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 0-1.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Good eye in that spot. Got it swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. Hard hit left side. Slinging it to first in time.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Time to go up the ladder for the K. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill today, Jacob Lopez. What do we have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Off the plate, ball one.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
That one a little bit high. 3 balls, no strikes. Right through there for a strike. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Got him looking, that's a strikeout. Pitch in the dirt, ball one.
Yep,
Nasty
that ball went
backdoor
out.
slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That misses.
That's ball three.
Ball 3. Yeah, that's fouled off. Three-two. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Two down, base is empty. So up next for New York, Jared Young. First
Ball
pitch
inside.
just misses. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Soderstrom should have this one. And that is that. Back here at Citi Field. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Ball.
The 1-0. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
That's out.
McNeil getting the start at second, batting 6th in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage this season is right around .360.
Hey.
Strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Wilson aboard here at first with nobody out. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. And there's a ball. Ground ball left side, could be 2. 1 at second. How about that double play? Base is empty after the double play. Max Muncy up next for the A's. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
Ball, that's just out.
In the air to left center. Robert on the move to the alley. And that is that. Back here in Queens, bottom half of inning number 2. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Hey. Ball 1.
Gets him to chase after that one.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
That misses the zone. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's to third. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 6, second baseman, Marcus Simeon.
Hey!
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Now one miss. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Takes it in for the out. Ronnie Mauricio now.
Third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
In there, and it's 0-1. That's a strike. Stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
This one popped up. And that's the inning. New inning getting started. Stepping in, Carlos Cortez. That's ripped into the outfield. One down. And he hits a ground ball right side. Simeon whips it to first.
No, he's out.
First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. Back to the top of the order, Lawrence Butler up next for the A's.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Ball one. That one in the dirt. Ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Nope,
Draws
that's
the walk
ball 4.
there.
Take your base.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Sit down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Bottom of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And the lefty with the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Line drive, base hit down the line. And the tying run is on base.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. On the ground, could be two. Wilson toss to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. One out man at first. And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Wastes no time there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach.
Lindor on the move. On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Swings through that one.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Jared Young up now for the Mets. Doubled his first time up.
Ball one.
Upstairs, ball one. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in the last half of the third.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute, finish your pitch. You leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That misses the zone. Full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back here at Citi Field as we go to the top of the fourth. Nick Kurtz now at the plate. Big swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out to success, but you can never predict baseball.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the A's, catcher Jay Langolier.
A's leading by a run. Top half of inning number 4. That misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Right there for a strike. Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. So digging in, Tyler Soderstrom went down on strikes his first time through. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1. Runner on the go. Nice grab. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
Foul ball there.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Man on second, 2 down. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Bottom of the fourth, and stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr.
Luis Robert Jr.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Cortez takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder, Brad Beatty.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Now the 0-1. That one fouled off. Outside, and it's 1-2. Now one missed. Into center and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
Now it's Marcus Semien. That one is absolutely belted. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
Next to hit, Ronnie Mauricio.
Yeah.
Right through there for a strike.
Nope, that's a ball.
Second and third, one away. Here in the bottom of the fourth. And the count 1-2. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Mets,
Francisco Alvarez. Up now for the Mets. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
He's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I'll tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
That one not close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just
That's ball
missed.
2.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were set.
That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Off the mark there. Ball 3.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here in Queens, ready now for the 5th inning. Jeff McNeil stands in. Here comes the 0-1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
1 away.
Up next for the A's, third baseman, Max Muncy.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
2 down. Next to hit, Carlos Cortez.
Right fielder, Carlos Cortez.
Check swing called strike. 0-1. Well struck right field. That one carrying. Out of here. He hammers one out to right. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
There's the secret, the knees for a strike. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. And that's a little bit high. 3-2 now.
Boog, I'm not sure how he took that right there. I mean, that was an incredible 2-strike pitch.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Up next for the A's,
Back to the top of the lineup, Lawrence Butler. Up next for the A's. He's already homered in this game. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Fastball is outside.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Ball 2.
And there's a ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. And that is that.
Now pitching for the
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Joel Kuno. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Leading off for the Mets, left fielder, Carson King.
Well, these Mets finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
That one missed. Base hit, center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. And a base hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
Ball! That pitch is out.
And the 1-0. This one in the air right field. Cortez pulls it in on the run. And that is a big first out. So up next for New York, Jared Young, 1 for 2.
Jared Young.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
2 on, 1 out.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to McNeil, and that's 2. Back here at Citi Field, all set for the top of the 6th. Nick Kurtz getting ready to hit. That one drilled left field, carrying well. Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab. That's in there. It's 0-1. Backed off the plate that time. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Young takes it in for the out. 2 away now.
Up next,
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. Splits the plate, and that's strike 1. Swings through that.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That's inside. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here in Queens, bottom of the 6th. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets.
Robert Jr.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
That one just misses. In the air to left center. Clark giving chase. Unable to catch up, and it gets down. And a man aboard.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Late swing, foul to the left.
No, inside.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
It's a 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Next pitch is outside.
Ball 2.
Foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
You're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. One out man at first. Here is Marcus Simeon. Quick off first. Robert dives back in. Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-1. Out front and foul to the left side.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The Mets with the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Got him swinging for the K. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, number 50. He's making his second appearance of the season. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. That's outside.
Nope, outside.
3-1. Right through there for a strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Brooks Raley.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Wilson
That's a ball.
up for the third time and takes ball one. That one outside.
Oh, that's off the plate.
2 balls, no strikes. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh.
For the A's, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
Raley, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Swings through that one.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
That's off the mark. And now 3-1. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Got him. 2 gone.
Third baseman.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. Sliced hard but foul. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the seventh. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. There's a strike. That one
Ball one.
close, ruled a ball. Now 1-2. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Up next for the Mets, left fielder, Tarzan Bienvenido.
First offering misses badly for ball one. Swings through that one for strike one. Way inside. The Athletics leading by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. That misses. 3-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Mets.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Ball in.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Ball 3.
And that's down and away. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Bo Bichette.
2
Nope.
walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. Takes it home, and the runner scores from second. And a 2-1 ball game now. Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Jared Young will hit next. In there at the knees. 1-1. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base.
What do you
Checks
got?
the swing. Now an appeal to third. No, he held up. The 1-1. That's down and in. The
Ball
changeup
3.
missing. Ball 3.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter off runner in scoring
Take the
position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
For the Mets, center fielder, Luis Roberts Jr.
This
Ball.
is again 5 in a row.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
McNeil gets the first. Tie ball game as they get the second out, but the run scores. Mark Leiter Jr. comes on now.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Beatty in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And a swing and a miss. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Pitch
That's
misses.
ball two.
Ball two.
That's a really good take.
And that's a strikeout looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back here at Citi Field, digging in, Carlos Cortez. On the ground to third, and it finds its way through for a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. To second, and he's
He's in there, safe.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. The A's with the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're at the top of the eighth. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, two strikes. And that's outside. The other way, climbs the ladder and makes the catch.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Butler, the next to hit, takes low for a ball.
Inside, ball two.
Well, first
Inside,
base is
ball
open,
three.
but there's plenty of power waiting on deck for a tough spot for the pitcher, especially with this count.
And that's it for a strike. And the count is 3-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. He held up just enough. That's ball four. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
And that is out of play. Two on, one out. In the dirt. The throw to third. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at third.
When you try to move up on a ball in the dirt, you've got to be sure that it gives you enough time to make it safely. Guess wrong, like we saw here, and you'll pay the price.
Stays alive. Two now. Got him looking. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. Back here in Queens, ready for the bottom of the eighth. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Ball one there.
Ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
On the ground to short, Wilson. In plenty of time to first. One gone to the bottom of the eighth.
For the Mets, third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
tied up near the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offer in there for a strike. 0-2. That one missed. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. Two down, nobody on. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Kevin Williams.
And Boog, the offense needs to be ready for the screwball. It's not a pitch you see very often, so it's tough to pick up, and it's a good one.
Swings through that. That one off the mark. Yeah, that's ball 1. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Tyler Soderstrom, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. There's the swing and a miss. Inside. Ball 1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Ground ball right side.
And
foul ball.
Nope,
Just
that's a ball.
misses there. Center field. Robert drops steps, heads back on it. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
Pitch
Ball
misses inside. Ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. This one in the air, right field, and no one can get there. Around first, heading for 2. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Second baseman Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And it's second. Misses outside. And the count is 1-1. Next offering is outside.
Almost got him to commit, but he held back.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Man on second, 2 down. And delivers outside. Good job to fight that one off. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Making a move at first. On the run for the A's. Daryl Hernandez.
Number 2, Daryl Hernandez.
Ball 1.
Fought off foul. Two on, 2 outs. And a count 1 and 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
1-2 now. Swings and misses. Struck them out. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Luis Medina. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. And stepping in for New York, Carson Bench.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
Strike 1. Missed inside with the curve. That one ripped but foul. This one lifted in the air, left field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
That missed by a lot. Ball 1.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's 2 away. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Known for his late inning heroics. Two down, nobody on. Here at the last half of inning number 9.
Yeah.
Check swing, but he went too far. 1 and 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Trying to send this to extra innings. Popped up. Hernandez under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're back and a new arm on the mound as we start extras. Richard Lovely. Break. Go ahead run on base. Carlos Cortez digs in now. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball,
Last
that's
couple
out.
of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
For the A's, center fielder, Clark.
Puts a bunt down. Simeon.
Got him. That's an out.
And that is a big first out. Lawrence Butler now at the plate.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Ball one.
Just missed.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Lovely in position. 2 away.
Up next for the A's, first baseman, Kurt.
Just
Yep, that ball
missed.
went out.
Right side.
Foul ball.
And it's just foul. That's close. 2 on, 2 outs. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Clark up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position. Here's a 1-2. Pitch gets away. But no advance from the runners. And that's
ball three.
downstairs. And that's ball 3. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. Back here at Citi Field. On to the bottom of the 10th. Jared Young up now for the Mets. That one
That's
a little
a
bit
ball.
high, and it's 1-0.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That's ball two.
And fouled off. And it's second. In the air, right field. Cortez gets there. He's under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder, Robert Jr.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. Slides the tag, and they get 2.
Got him.
Double play. And we're headed to back here in Queens. 11th inning set to get underway. Shea Langoliers getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. And it's second. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the A's, left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Nope.
Swing and
Foul
a
ball.
ground ball. And it goes just foul. Line drive, base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single. And they've got the lead in extra innings.
Shortstop,
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. Misses
Oh, that's
inside.
inside.
And now it's even 1-1. Lovelady, a 6-foot lefty, 185 pounds, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. He makes the grab. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Luis Garcia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that's in for a strike.
Ball one.
That's right for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. That one kicks away from the catcher, and the runner stays where he is. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Now pitching for you.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Alan Conrad. A chance at his runner in scoring position, no outs. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, that's textbook pitching right there. I mean, he executed those first 2 pitches perfectly.
And now 1 and 2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He still
got him swinging.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman, Marcus Simeon.
And there's the strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Jorge Polanco,
That's
the
inside.
next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Just
upstairs.
missed. The Mets with the tying run at second, and the home team trying to pull it out. They're down to their final strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Polanco hanging in there.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. Let's see if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
And there's a base hit to the left. Robert on his way around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, a big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Hey.
Comes up empty.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. On the ground, right side. Beats him to the bag, and that means we're playing 12. Back here at Citi Field. Onto the 12th. Max Muncy digs in now. Rip towards third. Low throw, and he can't pick it.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Late swing, foul to the left. And the 0-1. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. The 0-2. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play. The 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down on strikes, and there's one away here in the 12th.
Outside.
Ball 1. Pitch out, but no action. The Athletics with the go-ahead run at third. You're deep into extra innings. Hard on the ground at first. Young steps on the bag. That's the second out. And next is the designated hitter, Lawrence Butler. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And he hops over the wall for an automatic double as they score a pair on the play. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Oscar Brazovan. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. The A's looking to add another here in extra innings. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Him out. They limit the damage here. Back here in Queens, bottom of the 12th inning now. Carson Bench up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Called strike right there. Next
Ball.
one misses.
That's inside.
1-2 to count. Outside. Next offering upstairs. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Rip, but it curls foul.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
The tying run at the plate. Left field. And that's a base hit.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Bobichette will hit next. Swing and a foul out of play. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. Nothing happening on the bases, though. 2 on, 1 out. Right there for a strike. On the ground to the left. Now to throw first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Elvis Alvarado.
All they need from him right here is 1 out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
Ball. Down.
In the dirt. Tag out. And that's the ball game.
Well, Boog, I can think of prettier ways to get your first win on the mound in the majors. He'll have some work to do after the blown save, but a win is a...
It's the Athletics going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab, Kodai Senga. What do you got on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And this one is off and running. Popped up. And a quick out, number 1. Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Kurtz. And he pumps it a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Ball. That's just out. Ball.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. Pretty nice play there.
Batting third, catcher Shea Langoliers.
Strike!
Gets the top of the zone for a strike. Way outside, ball one.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for the A's in this one, Jacob Lopez. How about a scouting report on him?
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
In the air to left center. Soderstrom settles underneath it. And there's one down. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
That's a ball.
And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
And that's ball two. Oh, he gloves it from his knees, the throw, and they get the out.
Batting third, first baseman, Jared Young.
Inside, ball one.
The next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitch.
That is the inning. Back here at Citi Field, leading off, Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
That's in for a strike. And there's a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting fifth, shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Right through there for a strike. No score here in the second. Close, but called a ball. And the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. And there's the ball.
Ball two.
Up the middle, Simeon. Handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting sixth,
2 outs,
second
base is
baseman,
empty.
Jeff
Jeff McNeil stands in. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That one lifted to left. Bench coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Queens,
Leading off
bottom of the
for the
second.
Mets,
Luis Robert
center
Jr.
fielder,
up now for the
Luis
Mets.
Robert Jr.
Hey!
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Ripped to third and caught.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Greg Beatty.
First pitch swinging. And that one
Ball one.
upstairs, ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Batting sixth, second baseman.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
Semien.
Ball, that's low.
Two down, nobody on. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last
Ball, that's
millisecond.
out.
Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
Swings through that one for strike two. Good eye
Ball
in that
three.
spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking. Top half of the
Leading
third
off
inning.
for the
Down the third
Athletics,
baseman,
third
Max
baseman,
Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. Foul ball there. Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a miss there. Next pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him swinging. That K is his third of the game.
Batting eighth, right fielder, Carlos Cortez.
Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a 1-out double for the first hit of the game.
Batting ninth.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now, Denzel Clark. Tap foul at the plate. And it's second. And a foul ball. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So back to the top of the order. Now it's the DH, Lawrence Butler. Lied out his first time. And that one fouled off. And on second, 2 down. And that
Ball
one is inside ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a good eye
That's off
there.
the plate. Ball 2.
Jackknifes out of the way. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Line, and that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And that one is in for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Nice grab. And that's a nice play to end the inning. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for New York, Ronnie Mauricio. Outside low, ball 1. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Another 1-2. And that one is inside.
Ball 2.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Batting 8, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Ball
That's
1, no
outside.
strikes. And that is out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That one misses. 2-1. Outside of the breaking ball.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Got him swinging.
Batting 9th, left fielder
Carson Bench, the next to hit.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. And that
Ball,
one off
that
the
pitch is out.
outside edge. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him. That's out number 3. Start of the 4th, and now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Ball, that's in.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 1-2 now. Stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Goes down looking.
Up next for the A's, left fielder Tyler Soderstrom.
Sliced hard but foul. Just off the outside edge. And the count 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Here's a 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is filled up. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. To the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. The batter will be the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Grounded out his first time. To the right side. The second one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Up next for the A's, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And now 2 aboard.
All over that one right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Icy in the box now. Takes strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
This to third. Mauricio zips it to first. Inning over. Back here at Citi Field, bottom 4, Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fastball is outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Almost got him.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Slings it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, this set.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Right there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Next pitch way upstairs. Looked like
That's
it was
ball
a
three.
little bit up.
Really good two-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
3-2.
Ball
The
four.
pitch
Big
is
break.
outside. And ball
Next
four.
for the Mets,
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Young.
So up next, Jared Young. Fly to left his first time.
Ball one.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Just
Ball, that's
misses
outside.
with that one.
That's a really good take.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Next for the Mets, center fielder, Luis Roberts Jr.
There's a strike.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Swing and a miss. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Gets under and pops it up. McNeil has a beat on it. He's got it. And that is that. Back here in
Moving off
Queens,
for the
stepping in,
Athletics,
Carlos
right fielder,
Cortez.
Carlos Cortez.
No, that's low.
The 1-0. That one fouled off. This one in the air, center field. Robert on the move. One up, one down.
Up next for the A's, center fielder Denzel Clark.
Ball one.
A's leading by a run, and we're at the top of the fifth. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swings through him for the K. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. Butler, 25 years old. He made his major league debut in 2024. And he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2018. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Now pitching for the
Pitching
A's,
change here,
number
Joel
52,
Kuhnel.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Yeah.
Right through there for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And the 0-2. Back to the mound. It hit him. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Here is Marcus Semien. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike. Just
Ball
missed.
2.
And a foul ball. Got it looking. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Ball.
Off the mark there. Going to count 1 and 2. Now 1
Ball
miss.
2.
On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here at Citi Field, digging in, Nick Kurtz.
Nick Kurtz.
Here's your 1.
Ball.
Liner caught at second.
Up next for the A's, catcher, Jay Langolier.
That's a ball.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
The 3-1. And that's ball
Ball
4.
4. Take your base.
Up next for the A's, left fielder, Tyler
New pitcher on
Soderstrom.
here,
Now
Brooks
pitching for
Raley.
the Mets,
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Tyler Soderstrom now at the plate, 1 for 2. Yeah, that's fouled off. 0-1. There's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
No, that's down.
Langoliers off of first with 2 away. On the ground. And foul ball. The 1-1.
Ball.
Up the middle, Simeon. Throws to first in time. Out number 3. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That one ripped. Can't get to it, and there goes the no-hitter. And the tying run is on base.
No more having to worry about keeping the no-hitter alive now. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Just missed. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Throw comes in, runner stopped, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Lindor in the box lays off for ball 1. That's through there for a strike. And the count even at 1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and get it to the outfield.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Wilson moving under this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Bone Vincent.
Ball 1 and a pitch inside.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Oh, great stop. Over to first. On the money. Nice play.
Now pitching for the
A new arm into the game. The righty, number 50. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jared Young up now for the Mets.
Ball.
The Mets with the go-ahead run at 3rd here in the bottom of the 6th.
Did he
Takes
go?
a swing, now would appeal to 3rd. And yes, he did. He went around. Swings through that one. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Now a pop-up on the infield. Muncy settles underneath it, and that will end the inning. we go to the top of the seventh. Leading off, Jeff
Second baseman,
McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
You know, these Athletics need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. And
That's ball
downstairs.
three.
Down the middle for a strike. Full count now.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
It's a
Ball
leadoff
four. That
walk,
pitch is low.
and that's the go-ahead run.
Up next for the A's, third baseman, Matt Muncy.
Hey!
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And the count 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Line drive, base hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out. First and second, no outs. Carlos Cortez up next for the A's. Misses the sweeper. Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Now a wide throw to third.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Baden should have this one. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. McNeil scores. And they take the lead in the seventh. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Oscar Brazovan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Butler stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and down. A two-run homer, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1.
Nope, that's down.
2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across here in the top half of inning number 7. This with a changeup, and the count now 2-0. Swings through that. This one in the air, center field. Robert on his way over, and that is that. Back here in Queens, set for the last half of the 7th. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. That's a little high.
That's a ball.
Ball 1. There's the strike, 95 of that one.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And the 2-2. Misses
Yep,
the
that
zone
ball
for
went
a
out.
ball. That was the sweeper. Got him looking. Some high cheese for strike 3. And he'll challenge that called strike. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. And there's a foul ball.
Ball. That's inside.
Hit on the ground to short. And he beats
He's
it.
good.
He's safe.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
Man at first with 1 gone. And next for the Mets, Marcus
Ball
Semien.
1.
That one is upstairs. The 1-0.
Struggled a
ball
little
2.
bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That's ball 3.
Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. Man at first, 1 away. That one fouled hard the other way. The 2-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two on the way. Yeah, that skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
That's out to center field. Clark coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Back here at Citi Field, we go to the 8th. Shea Langoliers getting ready to hit. Check swing called strike, and that is strike 1. Swings over the top of that one.
Feel like he changed up right there, just pulled the string.
That's
Ball,
way
that's too high.
Yeah, the count 1-2.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
In the dirt, and it's 3-2. Liner caught it second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Some real good life going to the zone on that one.
Fouled off left side. The 0-2. And that's down and away.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one 95 to finish him off. 2 down, bases empty. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. That one missing inside. This is smacked left field line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man.
Luis Garcia gets the ball now. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. First pitch swinging. And it's second. Base hit into the outfield. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. It's 5-1.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Foul ball. That's in there. And the count is 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, and that'll do it. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
Aye.
And a big swing and a miss. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Up next for the Mets, left fielder, Tarzan Bian.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That's inside. Ball, that's outside.
A dive, he's got it. Throws from his knees.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the order. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. The shortstop takes the ball.
No, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
There's a swing and a drive. And that's a foul ball. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That
Ball
one
3.
missed. Good plate
Ball
appearance
4.
there.
Take it,
Able to
man.
take
Up
the
next
walk.
for the Mets, designated hitter, Bo Bichette.
Ball.
That
Ball
one
2.
misses. That's 5 straight. This one in the air, center field. Clark gets under it. And that'll do it. Back here in
Leading off
Queens,
for the Athletics,
we go to the
right
ninth.
fielder,
Carlos Cortez
Cortez.
digs in now.
That's a ball.
Oh, he
Ball
doesn't
2.
get the call. And it's 2-0. Outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one misses.
Ball 4.
So a leadoff
First
walk.
base.
Up next for the A's, center fielder, Denzel Clark.
Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And
No,
that
that's a
lands
foul
in
ball.
no man's land, a foul ball. And a 1-2. Struck him out looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Swing and a miss as he was late. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That's outside.
Outside.
Now 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Clay Holmes.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Ball, that's just out.
Ripped to short. The throw to second is offline. First and second, 2 outs. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers.
Off the plate, ball 1.
That one
Nope,
drifts inside.
ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
High fly ball, right field. Baden under it. And that is that.
Now pitching for the
Back
A's,
now as they
number
hand the ball to a
58,
fresh arm to start the
Barlow.
bottom of the ninth. Scott Barlow.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing
First
strikes,
baseman,
attacking these hitters.
Jared Young.
Foul ball there. In the air, right field. One down. Here's Luis
Up
Robert.
next for the Mets, center fielder Luis Robert Jr.
Ball, that's down. Hey.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their
Up
last
next
out.
for the Mets, right fielder Greg Beatty.
That is upstairs for ball 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. They're down to their final strike. And the sweeper misses. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
5-1 is how it ends. The A's are victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.